Welcome back to Learn Arabic with Manar. Some of you might be familiar with the term Idafa and that we use it to form position. In Arabic, we use Idafa in so many different ways. In today's lesson, we will go over all the rules how to form definite and indefinite Idafa, and we will see them in different examples. Next week, we will see different examples when and how to use Idafa. Yalla, let's start. Before we start, what's the meaning of the word Idafa? In case you don't know, it means addition. So we use it to add two nouns together to express possession or to specify things. And we have two kinds of Idafa in Arabic. We have the general Idafa, which is indefinite. We are talking about general thing. Or we have also definite Idafa, which is specific, and we are talking about something specific. What's the difference between them and when to use each one of them? This is what we will be discussing today. Let's start with indefinite Idafa. We use indefinite Idafa to specify things. What I mean, like for example, a cup of coffee. Okay, we have a cup, it is a general thing, and after we want to specify this cup, it is of coffee. In Arabic, it could mean that this cup has coffee inside it, and also it means like we use this cup for coffee. So we say finjan ahwe. If I say in Arabic finjan ahwe, I mean that this cup has coffee inside, but might be empty, but we use it to drink coffee in. Another example, to specify things, we could specify the rooms of the house. So for example, we say غرفة نوم, a sleeping room, or a room of sleeping. غرفة نوم. This is also general Idafa or indefinite Idafa. So we take any general noun that we want to specify, we mention it first, and after we put the other noun that it's going to make it specific, like finjan ahwe, a cup of coffee. And in Arabic, because we don't have the connection of, we just put the two nouns beside each other. The only thing that we have to pay attention to in general Idafa or indefinite Idafa, when the first noun has ta marbuta, the feminine sign, we pronounce it ha. In this case, we will pronounce it ta, like غرفة نوم. غرفة is a room ending with ta marbuta, but we would say غرفة نوم. Let's see some more examples. For example, فرشاية, it is a brush. Now I want to tell what kind of brush is this. Is it for the teeth? So I would say فرشاية أسنان, فرشاية أسنان. If it's for the hair, I would say فرشاية شعر. All of this, it is general or indefinite إضافة. فرشاية أسنان, فرشاية شعر. Also, the other way that we use إضافة in Arabic, and it's not familiar in English, like the backpack. We say شنطاية, it is a bag. And after this, after شنطاية, we could put different nouns to specify what kind of bag is this. So if it's for the back, we will say شنطاية ظهر, backpack, شنطاية ظهر. If it's the kind that goes on the shoulder, so we will say شنطاية كتف, شنطاية كتف. If it's a traveling bag, we will say شنطاية سفر, شنطاية سفر. So also, if we have, like for example, سيارة, a car, and it is general, now we want to make it specific. What kind of car is this? In Arabic, we will use إضافة. For example, in English, if you want to say a racing car, you are not using a car of racing, but in Arabic, you have to use إضافة and say سيارة سباق, سيارة سباق. Now what about definite إضافة? First we will look at the rule in general, and after this we will break them down one by one, and we will see when and how to use definite إضافة. The first thing about definite إضافة that it could have more than two nouns. we could have as much nouns as we want. The most important rule is always the last noun has to be definite in one of the definite signs in Arabic. We talked about definite and indefinite here. If you didn't see it, check it out. So what are the three signs of being definite in Arabic? First, it could be a name of a person, a name of a place, and a proper noun. Second, it could have the possessive suffixes like my, your, his. This is our suffixes in Arabic. We already talked about them. So like saying my ben alami, your ben alamak, and etc. The third sign is to have the article il. It is a prefix in Arabic. It is attached to the word. And a very important note here, in Arabic we don't combine two signs of definite. So the noun, it might be a name or has possessive suffixes, or the article il. We can't combine two of these things together. So this is our first rule. The last noun in definite idafa has to have one of the definite signs. But the second rule is all the noun before, they can't have any sign of definite. So they can't be name, they can't have possessive suffixes, and they can't have the article il. And the third rule is if any of the noun except the last one has ta marbuta, we will have to pronounce it ta. Only the ones before the last one. If the ta marbuta on the last noun, we don't pronounce it ta. Let's see example to understand all these rules. So let's take the word car, sayyara, and apply all the idafa rules to it. So sayyara, it is feminine. It ends with ta marbuta, sayyara, but I'm pronouncing it ha. If I want to put it in idafa, I will have to pronounce it sayyaret, sayyaret, and after I will put, for example, a name, sayyaret John, the car of John, sayyaret John. Sayyara can't have L because it is the first noun in idafa. John, it is a name of a person, sayyaret John, and ta marbuta is pronounced ta, sayyaret John. If I want to say the car of my sister, sayyaret ikhti, sayyaret, it is a car. We are pronouncing the ta marbuta t. Ikhti is my sister. Ikht, it is a sister. My sister, ikhti, by adding the suffix e to the end. Sayyaret ikhti. If I want to say the car of the work, I would say sayyaret ishghil. Sayyaret ishghil. Sayyara, it is the car. Ishghil, the work. Here I'm adding the article il because I have definite idafa, and shghil is not a name and it doesn't have possessive pronoun. If I'm saying the car of my work, now in this case I will say sayyaret shghli, sayyaret shghli. I will take away the L or the il and I will put the possessive suffix e, shghli, sayyaret shghli. So sayyaret John, sayyaret shghli, or sayyaret ikhti, sayyaret ishghil. As Arabic speakers, we use idafa every day, everywhere. So if you want to speak Arabic comfortably, you will want to learn idafa and to learn how to use it. I hope today's lesson helped you to learn and understand how to use idafa. Of course, if you have any question, leave me a comment and I will answer you. Now let's go over our words for today.
A cup of coffee, فنجان قهوة. A bedroom, غرفة نوم. A toothbrush, فرشاية أسنان. A hairbrush, فرشاية شعر. A backpack, شنطاية ظهر. A shoulder bag, شنطاية كتف. A traveling bag, شنطاية سفر. A racing car, سيارة سباق. John's car سيارة جون. My sister's car سيارة أختي. The company car سيارة الشغل. My work's car سيارة شغلي, or my company car سيارة شغلي.
Thank you for joining me today. If you liked today's lesson, give me thumbs up and share it with your friends. If you want to see more grammar about Levantine dialect, you could check it over there. If you want to see more phrases, you could check it over there. See you there. Yalla bye.